Now, let's get into conversation about our economy. Is it Matone Mawili or is it Garika? Right? What's happening in the economy? The Kenya National Bureau of Statistics is the agency that's responsible for actually giving us data.
Yes.
Kenya National Bureau of
Statistics.
They know the work that they are supposed to be doing. Now, recently, they released the 2026 Economic Survey. And an overview of it, just before we welcome our guest, Kenya's GDP grew by 4.6% in 2025, compared to a growth of 4.7% in 2024. And they say that this was supported by growth in all sectors of the economy, notably agriculture and forestry and fishing sectors, which account for over 20% of the total economy, expanded by 3.1%. Construction activities rebounded from a 0.7% contraction in 2024 to grow by 6.8% last year. Similarly, mining and quarrying sector recovered from a 7.8% contraction to 14.9% in 2025, driven by increased production of minerals and used in cement. Other sectors that recorded notable growth included accommodation and food service, 15.6%, public administration, 8.6%, financial and insurance, 6.5%, ICT, 4.8%, transport and storage, 3.7%, wholesale and retail, 3.6%. Now that is a lot of mathematics. To help us just understand how they arrive at this mathematics and what a GDP growth of 4.6% actually means, is the Director General of the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, Macdonald Obudho. Good morning, Macdonald.
Good morning to you, and good morning to all the viewers. As you've heard, I'm the Director General of Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, and I'm actually just basically here to shed light of the report that we have released. Why am I doing so? I'm doing so on the basis of the fact that we need to understand the role of statistics. That is my starting point. The role of statistics. It is about data collection. And of course, data collection has many aspects of it. You know, what we do, I mean, designing the study, coming up with the methodology, collecting data, and all that kind of a thing. And then we have we also organize the data in a manner that it starts making sense. You know, you'll get data, but making sense out of it is not very easy until it is arranged in a manner that it is classified, so that you can tell what the data is talking about.
Is telling you.
And that's what...
Hold on to that, Macdonald. So we have people who are watching and people who are listening as well on Nation FM, and some who are also following online. So it's a huge audience, and all of them tell you karibu. To also welcome you to the conversation is Felaris, who is going to give you the day's quote. Listen to the quote. It's some words that were said by somebody, and let's see whether statistically they make sense to you.
Today's quote is courtesy of American physicist who's a Nobel Prize winner, Richard Feynman. And the quote is, "You don't understand something until you can explain it simply." You don't understand something until you can explain it simply. How does that quote speak to you?
No, that's very clear. And in fact, that is a quote that should have communicated to all Kenyans. And so that we just don't jump into numbers without understanding them. Statistics itself will mean nothing if you don't define it.
Yes.
If you don't make it clear what it means. And so this is the space that we are now trying to create so that we are understood. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So you told us the role of statistics.
Yes. I want to complete that bit of the role of statistics.
Yes.
So other than data collection, it's about organizing the data so that you can start seeing sense in it. And then we present it in a manner that it flows. Then we analyze the data. And lastly, is about the interpretation. Again, the interpretation is a very key component of statistics. So I'm coming from the background of the National Bureau of Statistics that I'm representing here today, which has several mandates within the Statistics Act, Cap 112 of the Laws of Kenya, 2022. And in it, we have the role of being the principal agency of the government for responsible for the statistical data, compiling it, presenting it in a manner that is understood, and also disseminating it. So that bit of the dissemination is part of what I'm doing here today. The next thing is about the coordination, supervision of the players within the national statistical system. Those are the data users and data producers. And the last one, among the many mandates that we have, is being responsible for the national socioeconomic statistical database. So that means we are able to put all the statistics together in a manner that it can flow, in a manner that would inform the nation for planning and many other purposes. So basically that's where we are coming from. And so to guide me further is now how we do the statistics. The compilation of statistics is through a number of standards and methods, which we are deriving from the international framework. And so we have a number of frameworks that we are using. Like when you talk of system of national accounts, it is what is helping us to calculate the GDP. And that GDP that we are calculating is actually arising from over 1,000 worksheets. So when you see that single number, it is coming from very many aspects. Like you mentioned manufacturing. Manufacturing alone has sub-activities, 30 of them. And we look at each one of them, get to see how they performed, and then we report that. And other than that, of course, what will come out again later on is about the weight of that particular sector, and so we'll be able to, I think, get into some details. Now, this is something that is guided at the international level, which all the countries are basically using. So that we allow for international comparison beyond the country. And balance of payments, we also have a manual that we are using when it comes to international trade in services compilation guidelines. Is a system that we are using. When it comes to consumer price indices, we have the standard that we are using. Labor statistics, ILO is giving the statistical standards that we are using. And so every single bit of the data, of statistics that we are reporting, we ensure that you use standards that is helpful for that element of comparison and the continuity and consistency.
Okay.
Right.
Let me ask, that's the first question, which is always from the GDP. So we say our GDP has grown by 4.6% in 2025 compared to 4.7% in 2024. Explain that to a complete layman.
That's a big question that is very important. Now, first of all, we have 20 different sectors of the economy. Put together would now help us get the national economy. And so each one of them has would have different weights. For example, agriculture has over 23% of the weight of that GDP. It keeps on changing with the time. It depends on the performance, and out of that, within 100, the gross value addition, within out of the 100, what space have I contributed? And so then that gives you the weight that I'm holding. So something like agriculture, if it goes down, if there's a problem, then you'd expect a big change in the growth. There are areas that are very small in terms of their weights, and so even if they grow by another 100%, that component will still look very small because it is not contributing, bring on board so much. So I want to explain the issue of the growth of 4.7 of 2024 and 4.6 of 2025. And this is one thing that I'm hoping that our viewers would listen to very carefully. And even for those who are not listening or watching, I'm hoping that those who have watched we'll be able to share with them so that they understand. And that would be very helpful, not just for today's debate, but even going forward to understand what this strategy is all about. Well, it is our responsibility to explain it.
Yes.
Now, when we worked on 2024 figures, we looked at what it was, what the GDP was in 2023. Then you look at that growth, get that growth, divide it by what was in 2023, multiplied by 100. Then you get your 4.7. Now, then going forward, when we are now talking of 2026 economic survey that is reporting the economic performance for 2025, then we are comparing it with 2024. So you'll get the total amount of 2024. You subtract it from 2025, then divide it by the base of 2024 and multiply it by 100 so that you get your percentage. Now, when we talk of 4.6, we have grown by that. When you talk of 4.7, we have actually grown by that. But of what base? 4.7 was a growth based on a lower figure of 2024.
Year on year.
That should be, yes, year on year. That should be the first key step. That 4.7 was a growth based on a lower base of 2024. But when you're moving to 2025, it has already grown again by that 4.7, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when you are working on the figures for 2025, you are now dealing with a bigger base of 2024, which then helps you to understand what is in 2025. So then come the following year, which was last year, we grew by 4.6 of a bigger base. Now I want to give you the numbers because this is what is important. But as I do that, Eric, it is also important that we understand that GDP has two ways of calculating it. We have one that is influenced by the inflation, and then we have one that is at constant prices, so that the inflation is removed from it, so that you are able now to compare the real figures. So we are calculating the GDP using, we are calculating these percentages from the real GDP. Now, if you allow me, I would be able to make reference to a small thing, which then explains what it is. For the GDP at constant prices, we moved from 16.2 trillion to 17.6 trillion.
What is that?
That's GDP size.
That is the full the full
real GDP
size of our economy.
16.2 trillion in 2024.
Yes, to 17.6 trillion. So, are you able to confirm that at that point we grew?
Yeah.
It is a growth.
Just looking at that, sounds like we have grown.
Not sounds like. It is not sounding like. It is not sounding like we have grown.
No conjecture. We're not guessing here. We have grown.
Let's just put facts right. Yeah. But then when it comes to the calculation of the figure, we are using the constant prices so that we are not interfered with the inflation.
Yes.
Now, so when we do that, one was 10 point something, and then the other was 11 point something trillion. That is that is the real GDP. So the real GDP that grew by 4.6 of a bigger base, 4.7 of a smaller base. That 4.7 represented 485.4 billion. So the growth in 2024, coming from 2023, was 485.4
billion shillings.
billion shillings.
Okay.
That was our
growth in 2024.
Yes, in 2024.
In actual shillings,
Yes, yes.
was 485.4
yes, in
billion.
absolute values.
Okay.
Yes. Then come 2025, where the growth was 4.6, in absolute terms, the growth was 505 billion. Which one is bigger?
Again, in absolute
No.
terms, yes.
This is maths.
Just the
This
two
is-
numbers.
This is maths.
The 2025
I mean, let's
yes.
not go.
The
Let's not go around it.
The 2025 figure is bigger.
Let's be clear.
Yes.
Yes.
The 2025
2025
figure is big.
figures.
Yes.
505 billion is
Yeah.
bigger than
Yeah.
485.4 billion.
In
Okay.
absolute,
Yes,
in
Mwalimu.
absolute
Yes.
growth.
Yes, that is what it is.
Numbers,
Then
yes.
now, let me go to something else, so that I explain what this means between 4.6 and 4.7.
Okay.
What they mean. All of them are growths. It's only that one has grown at a higher speed than the other one, but they are all growths.
Yes.
If you look at the chapter 1 of the economic survey, you will realize that the big economy like that of America, not like for the case of America, it grew by 2% in 2025 from 2.8%.
In 2024.
But that growth is very big. It is massive.
2% in America is huge.
It's huge. Because they are controlling, I mean, their GDP is over 320 trillion USD. You get the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable.
So now for our case, so you see now the American case grew by 2.8, but from 2.0, but
From
2.8.
2.8.
Yes.
So it is still growth, but at a lower pace, at a slower growth.
Slower growth.
Yes. So it is not a decline.
It's not
So
a contraction
it's
of
not
the
a
economy.
contraction.
It is just growth
Yes.
at a slower pace.
Contraction is negative.
Yes.
Contraction is something that we witnessed here in Kenya during the COVID time, that our economy contracted by 0.3. So it was a negative.
It was a negative.
When you get a negative, that is now contraction.
So it
Fair.
means that the number is lower than the previous year.
Pardon?
If it was a contraction,
Yes.
so if,
Ye-
for example,
yes.
we said that
Yes.
in 2024 we grew by 485.4 billion shillings,
Yes.
if in 2025 we had grown by 300 billion shillings, that would be a contraction.
Yes.
Okay.
When it is negative.
When it is lower than the
Yeah, when it
previous.
is previous one.
Previous,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
So
Okay.
let me bring in.
But there's
the-
one thing, I want to finish one thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because they are connected. I want to finish one thing.
Okay.
The last thing that I want us to look at is the GDP per capita. When you look at the value of Kenya, the whole value of our economy, which I've given, you divide it by the size of the population. And the size of the population for 2025 was 53.3 million. You get the GDP
Per capita.
per capita. Then when the same way when you look at our figure in 2024 and divide it by the population, which was 52.4, you get the value. Now per capita for 2025 is higher than per capita for
24.
so 2025 is higher than the per capita for 2024. What does it mean?
Our population did not grow.
No, our population is growing. I think I've mentioned the two figures. I've mentioned the two figures. So let's just also get that one also clearly. You know, Eric, don't twist this. Now,
Being your teacher must have been a hard job.
yeah.
He knows
It must have been a very cheeky one.
He was very cheeky.
Yeah.
He knows the population.
Yeah. So I said that in 2024,
Yeah.
the population was 52.4. in 2025, the population was 53.3. And so when you get the GDP per capita, then that of the current the current area of discussion is higher.
Yeah.
Is higher. So that tells you about the growth that we're having.
Yes.
So we have grown. The
Yes.
economy has grown.
Yes.
Yeah. So I hope you've understood the difference between 4.7 and 4.6.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
they are both growths,
Yes.
but one is has happened at a higher pace than the other one.
Fair enough.
Time for a break, Maria.
Yes. Okay.
You have a couple of questions.
I
I'm sure.
have been.
Yeah.
Let's
But-
take that break. Come back. Mariam has a couple of questions. Also, Mr. Obudho is going to explain. So, why did the economy grow slower?
I'm not a Mr.
Yeah.
Booth. I have PhD in statistics. I'm not a Mr. Booth.
Doctor.
Yes.
Doctor.
Dr. Macdonald Obudho is the Director General of the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. We are understanding the 2026 Economic Survey, which tells us how the economy grew in 2025. Many questions that you're asking, we'll ask them to him after this break. Francis Moore says, explain it in terms of votes, the GDP people will understand, or tomatoes. Then he goes on to say, GDP per capita is equals to Kenya ikiuzwa portion utapata. Kenya ikiuzwa sahi, wewe utapata ngapi?
Share.
Yeah.
Right? Still Mike the One says, yeah, Kenya's economy experts explained it so well on paper, but kwa wale on the ground story ni different. Ni mbaya. Cost of living pressure, prices, especially food and fuel, are still rising, sometimes sharply. Sio kuzuri. Daktari utakuja explain that a little bit, right? Kikombe, what I worry about is data collection of the informal sector. Also, agriculture and manufacturing has slowed, but the economy has grown. Explain that to me like a CBC student. Donge. And then Renson Mkala, which is a question that you can maybe just begin with, Doc. If 3 of you earn 0 and 1 earns 1,000,000 shillings, your GDP will be higher than 4 people who earn 200,000 shillings each. He says that's the problem with GDP statistics. It only captures the total output and not the distribution.
Yeah.
Well, I'll explain in very simple terms. Remember, what we are dealing with is at the national level. And so we are dealing with the wealth of the country and looking at the sectors that are contributing to that wealth. That is the key thing. 2, GDP per capita is actually a measure to see where we are. You know, the population is growing, the economy is growing, but which one is growing faster than the other?
Yeah.
You know, we might have grown, but if our population is growing at a higher rate, then it means that what is available for sharing will be much smaller. But it is also true that what the per capita is giving is an average at that global level. That if you are to share that wealth of the country, how much will I get? If you are in 2024, how much will I get? If you are in 2025, how much will I get? And I've shared with you that it is higher in 2025. It is a measure of growth at the national level, but not at individual level.
Necessarily at
when we
individual
talk of the individual level, there is the survey that we are currently undertaking called Kenya Integrated Household Budget Survey. That survey takes 12 months to be done.
Okay.
I think we're just getting to the 10th month. We'll be finishing off the survey on 21st of July. We started on 22nd of July last year, and it is collecting prices of commodities, it is collecting the expenditures, it is collecting consumption at the household level, and even looking at how many are in that particular household. From there, we'll now be able to calculate the poverty numbers.
Okay.
We'll be able to show now the share, I mean, what one has at the household level, and then you can now even get to the individual level and see that this is the resources that they are sharing within a month. How many are there in the household? And of course, we go beyond that and look at it that the consumption of a child is different from that of an adult.
Yes.
So when we have 7 adults, and we have a household that has 7 adults, and another household that has 7 people, but 5 of them are children, then their consumption would be different. So we also take care of that. So now, when it comes to that, we'll be able to see it from the Kenya Integrated Household Budget Survey that is currently on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just very quickly, walk me through the year-on-year growth in the previous years, maybe from 2022 to now, so that we can also contextualize this 4.7, 4.6 a little bit better. So 2022, 23, 24, year-on-year, the growth of the GDP.
2022, 2024.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see how where 4.7 and 4.6 fall in the larger scheme of things. Yes. So
Okay.
yes.
Okay. We have in 2022 we had 4.9.
Okay.
2023 we had 5.7. 2024 we had 4.7. 2025 we have 4.6.
4.6. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the question I wanted to ask, is to see the trend, which is a significant bump between 2022 and 2023, and then from there a kind of downward spiral.
Just almost
And
even plateau.
yeah, yes, a spiral down and then a plateau. And then tell me about the sectors that shrunk and grew as you were calculating the GDP. Which sectors showed the most shrinkage,
Now,
and which ones grew the most?
I think I made it clear that we have agriculture,
Yes.
which is the mainstay of our economy, which is accounting for more than 23%.
Yes.
Last year, 2024, it was accounting for over 22%. This time, it is accounting for over 23%. Now, when you look at the performance of agriculture, you'll be able to see that it is the area of agriculture that has had different performances. And Kenya, our agriculture is rain-fed. Rain-fed that would depend on those many factors that we have. So that growth is guided by, the major part of the growth. If something happens to agriculture, you will feel it.
Yes.
And I'll go back to 2020. 2020, when our GDP fell to negative 0.3 because of COVID, all the sectors were down. The only one that was up was agriculture.
Okay.
That's what salvaged that negative 0.3. Now, after that, in 2022, agriculture went really down. 2023, agriculture again went really down. I think I need to give you the facts as they are on that, so that we are also clear on the same. Agriculture has contributed majorly to all that, because we are talking of rain-fed agriculture, which then depends on the rain patterns that we are getting.
Correct.
At times we get it too much, at times we get it so less, and so then that affects how our growth is.
Okay.
So you see, in 2021, agriculture accounted for 21.5. In 2022, it was 21%. 2023, it was 21.5%. Then 2024, it was 22.4%. And then 2023, it was 23.2%. Now, that growth is also, the growth on agriculture is also complemented by others. Remember, it is kind of standing for more than a fifth of the GDP. But then there are other sectors that are also coming into play.
Yes.
So when we're looking at agriculture, we also look at it alongside all the other sectors. And there would be different reasons as to why they are growing differently.
True.
Yes.
So even the growth in agriculture could be bigger in real terms, but it looks smaller as a percentage if other sectors are
If other
growing.
sectors, yes.
Those are
yes.
so now
Yeah.
those are the sectors,
Yes.
the ones that are growing and shrinking in the economy. I'm going into this because I just want to see from a bird's eye perspective and also a more granular one to understand why a lot of the times when people see statistics like this, they feel like, oh, this is confirming what I feel economically, right? So then I want to see where the data comes into what people are feeling. So agriculture up from 22 to 23, which are the sectors saw significant growth or shrinkage?
The major contributors, like now, the beyond agriculture, we have
Forestry.
agriculture, forestry, and fishing are under one. But when you talk of growing of crops, under that, then we have the growing of crops, we have the animal production, we have the support activities to agriculture, forestry and logging, fishing and aquaculture. So they are all having roles to play.
Okay.
So even when you see the support activities to agriculture growing at 7.1, and the real crop, growing of crop is at 2.3. The weight of that growing of crop is bigger than the other, because it contributes very small to the whole thing.
Manufacturing and mining?
Yeah, manufacturing and mining, like last year. Okay, currently manufacturing not. It is mining and quarrying. There's mining and quarrying.
And then as a separate one, manufacturing.
Yes, and then manufacturing was on its own.
Yes.
But for the case of mining and quarrying, it dipped in 2024. It was actually a negative 7.8%. Reason being that titanium that we are mining in Kwale got exhausted.
Okay.
So there was no titanium. Then now it has come to 14.9. That is for 2025. It has grown to 14.9%.
Okay.
Now we are still not having the titanium, but you see now clinker that is used for production of cement is there. Then construction sector is also now picking up well. It has grown. Actually, the other time it was a negative 0.7. Now it is 6.8. Now because of that growth, it means there is consumption of cement, which is still under quarrying. So it is still under mining and quarrying. The sand, the ballast, the cement, all that are being consumed in that area. So you are able to see what is happening under mining and quarrying. But the mining itself has been having a bit of a challenge if you look at it on its own, away from quarrying. Then manufacturing has also it has grown by 2.0, that is the percentage growth in 2025. But last 2024, it grew by 3.0%. So yes, it has grown. It has grown, but at a slower pace.
Slower pace.
I think that's one important thing, that it has done it at a slower pace.
Okay.
But now, let me explain one thing. All the sectors in 2025, all the sectors have shown positive growth, all of them. The only difference is that at what pace have they grown? So we don't have any single negative growth at the broader level of the sector for the 20 different sectors. But within them, there are those that have negative, like even when you talk of agriculture, wheat production went down. It was not positive.
So when you start breaking it apart.
So you'll be able to when you get deep, you'll be able to see the performance of the subsectors in them, which then will give will contribute to the overall growth. So so that's what it is.
Thank you.
What's the worst performing sector?
Pardon?
Before we move from the sectors, I want to know the worst performing one, like the one that's ranked last on that list.
Ranked last in terms of
just growth
or
performance, because
contribution?
we've seen all of them have grown
Yes.
to some extent,
Yes.
but
Which
there
one-
has to be a
which
first
one
and a
grew-
last.
grew the
Which is
slowest?
lowest?
Or the one that has grown the slowest. Okay. That one I have to check. 1.5. 1.5. It is 1.5. Now 1.5. This is for the activities of households as employers. So this is where we have the household helps, we have the gardeners. So that one has grown the least. So that is one of the. It is the 20th activity that we have as listed in the economic survey. Yes, the one that has grown the least.
Okay.
Yes.
Just looking at that, I think that's a good overview to understand the year-on-year growth and how the growth has been performing. So it is growing, but at what rate? And then now it will be for us to have other conversations to interrogate why sectors are growing, but at this
Slower
slow pace.
spaces.
Yes.
And what is the potential of the others?
Yes.
Daktari, in our next hour, we're going to have the Principal Secretary for Housing and Urban Development, Charles Hinga. Because one of our headlines, our big headline in the Daily Nation yesterday was looking at, we have seen the government say we are in the affordable housing program and it is contributing to job creation. Now, one of the things that you look at is employment creation as a result of this economic growth. So let's look at the housing and construction sector. Is that what we call it? The construction sector.
Construction center,
The construction sector. What are the numbers in the construction sector? Did it grow? Did it shrink? Did it have more employers? Did it have less employers? More employees and less employees?
Construction sector. Let me get the construction.
Is it construction and housing?
No.
Do they fall separately?
It's just
construction.
The broader sector is construction. As a sector, and of course within it that's where we have construction of roads, construction of houses. So that is those are now subsector and under that. So the construction sector itself, actually, the construction sector, it grew from, I'd mentioned it earlier, that...
sorry, you have a copy of our headline here. On the housing jobs row.
So now it grew from negative 0.7, we are coming from a contraction point, to 6.8.
Say that again? Negative
0.7 as per 2024 to positive 6.8. So it grew, by that much.
Okay.
Yes.
What are the contributors? What are the various contributors in this sector?
The major contributors in the sector, actually, it is just it has the construction of roads and then the housing component, and you see, this is where we have the consumption of cement and other materials that are now coming from the manufacturing side that grew, and road network has actually grown. The number of the number of housing units that are being constructed have also gone up. In terms of growth, and we are measuring them in terms of how many are under construction.
Right.
How many have been completed? The completed one is helping us get to know, to establish the gross value addition, which then goes into the calculation of the GDP. Yes.
Okay. In terms of employment, this 2024 contraction to the growth of 2025, does it mean more employment?
Actually, there was more employment.
Okay.
Yeah, we had more employment.
Are you able to tell the numbers?
For
the number of new jobs in the construction sector in 2025.
And also,
the new jobs were 822.1 thousand. Those are new jobs. But these new jobs, I also have to say something about it. We are looking at the number of jobs that we had in 2024 coming to 2025. But between the 2 years, there are very many attritions.
True.
There are we have retirement, we have deaths, we have movement.
It's also a
Completion of
casual
projects.
labor
Yes.
kind of sector.
Yes,
So
yes. It has a
very
lot
high
of
rate
informal,
yes.
informal employment.
Yes.
Yes. So things keep on changing.
Yeah.
So now, when we establish the number as 821,000, yeah, this is not just the total number of the jobs that have been created. They are more than that, because part of it, some of them have replaced those
Already exist.
who exited in 2020. I mean, in between 2024 and 2025.
25.
Yes. And what we are having is a stock. It is a number at a given point. What is our reference point? Is 30th of June of every year
Financial
under
year.
consideration. In which case, then we are talking of June 2020.
2025.
5.
Yes.
Okay.
So is this 822,000 total number of jobs in the economy or total number of jobs in construction?
No, in the economy. In the economy, not
In the economy.
Yeah, in the economy.
Okay.
But I've given a rider that that number is definitely higher than this because of the spaces that they filled for the exits. And so what we are having here is simply stock above what was there previously.
What was there previously?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I'm very curious because one would challenge these numbers on the basis of it's very hard to tell apart what has been added and what is new, what new opportunities have been created, because the push has been to create more and more spaces within the formal and informal sector to bring in as many unemployed Kenyans as they are. The second bit is how we can be able to separate these numbers to really account for what percentage is informal and what percentage is formal. Because then with that kind of attribution, we are able to then look at it holistically and say, this sector was able to create X number of formal or informal jobs. Are they doing well? Are they not doing well? So does then that fall under the respective ministries who would then have that kind of data?
Yes.
Okay.
We get that information from various from the various players, and of course, this I think maybe one thing that I did not mention at the beginning is that this publication has been contributed to by census data, survey data, but majorly administrative data. Now, administrative data is data that you are generating in the course of doing your work. Then we are able to get that data, make it statistical by the roles of statistics that I mentioned at the beginning, so that it can start getting meaning, and it is the cheapest way of generating information because no much resources are spent in getting this information because they are coming from ministry departments and agencies, plus of course then the private sector through the establishment, and for the surveys we are getting it from the data suppliers, which is at the household level. So we had a survey in 2024, housing survey in 2024 that gave us information about the informal jobs. Currently we are working on a major survey. They are called integrated household integrated labor force survey, which is going to give us in a lot of information about labor force survey. Actually, the last one was done way back in 1998.
Oh wow!
The major survey on labor force participation was done way back in 1998. Now, in between, we have been having components of what do you call it? Components of labor force in various surveys, so that we are able, whenever we are doing a survey, we are able to get the component of labor. But now, full-fledged labor survey is now what
ongoing.
we have made a number of steps, which what we are left with now is to do the training, go to the field and collect data. Now that will be that will give us a host of information, large amount of information that would be very, very useful when it comes to informing this area.
I may have missed it. Did we get the numbers for the construction sector specifically?
The construction sector, yeah. When you look at under the employment, we have numbers. Under the underemployment, we have numbers.
And formal and informal,
for the construction only.
Yes.
Yeah, for the construction, we have 228.2 thousand under construction. That is now, and we need to understand. We need to understand where we are coming from. First, I've mentioned that we are reporting our numbers as a stock. It is not a flow. When you talk of a flow, you are adding them. You keep on adding them. Yeah, but so what the numbers are in January 2025 and maybe June and then December, they would be different. But if you're talking of cumulative numbers, you'll be adding them as you go along. So ours is a stock. It is at a particular point in time.
As at 30th of June last year,
yes,
the construction sector alone had created 228.2 thousand jobs.
Now that is that is when we talk of that June. Remember that is the midpoint for the year.
Yes.
Yeah. So we carefully take that one so that it represent backward and forwards. Yeah.
Just to be clear, 228,000 and new jobs or total jobs?
No. These are the jobs within the sector.
Okay.
Within that sector.
Everybody
as at the time.
228,000 people were working in the construction sector on 30th of June last year.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I want to complete a statement of what I've made about the stock.
Okay.
So other than the stock, the jobs that we are reporting are direct employment. We have indirect and we have direct. For example, if you're dealing with construction, then you look at the people who are employed under the construction sector itself. They're doing the work that is related to construction. There is a number. Then when at the construction site, there is that person who will be selling tea. There is that person who will be ferrying the workers using a boda. Now that is the person selling tea to the construction workers. Is not directly employed, but indirectly employed. The same to a boda person. And so they are categorized elsewhere. The boda person will get the categorization under, in our case, this is the standard. We are talking of standards. Yeah. That one will be
under transport.
Under transport. The other one will be under wholesale and retail. So the case is under retail for the guy selling at the kiosk there.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is also another point.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Dr. Very well articulated and very well said. Please allow us to invite you again and again.
Yes.
So that you can be explaining these numbers and all these surveys, because you release a lot of surveys and you do a lot of work at Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. And so this
Maybe
one...
we do a show just on the data and the sources.
Kenya's statistics.
Yeah.
The importance of our statistics. Demographic and health survey, household survey, like you said, the labor survey, and so on and so forth. Dr. Macdonald Obudho is the Director General at the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. He's been walking us through the economic survey of 2026. Stick around for the next couple of minutes. We're going to have the Principal Secretary for Housing to now look at the housing sector, the public housing sector specifically. Back in a moment. Good morning.